Hello, everybody, and welcome to what is, I guess, a new show for this channel, called R&D, which, of course, as you can see there, stands for reactions and discussion. Because basically, what it's going to be is it's going to be the most popular videos out there tend to be like reaction videos, and I don't do that. So this is the new brand where I can do that, react to things, and then go into a discussion about it. And as you can see, the thing that I wanted to kick this off with is none other than Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Insider, Suicide Squad Insider #1 story and gameplay. It's a whole thing. Because you might be wondering why. Why are you starting this with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? Well, it's because I might be embarrassing myself here, okay? When I say, I think this game will be pretty okay. Okay? I think it's going to be pretty good. Based on everything we've seen thus far, I'm like, hey, I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun. And that's all I really want it to be. At the end of the day, I feel like it's going to be a very fun game and it has a very good story, I imagine. That's what I expect out of this game. I don't know what everyone else is expecting out of this game, but I think that if those are your expectations for the game, it will definitely deliver on that. And so I want to cover this game as closely as I can so that I can, tell everyone I was right all along, or give you the opportunity to laugh at me. But yeah, so of course, as this is reactions, I've not seen this yet. I've seen people talk about it online though, and people have not changed their opinion on this game whatsoever. But let's see how this game is starting to shape up. Because of course, this game is still coming out in about 4 months in on November 2nd, I believe. I'm sure they'll tell us that for certain at the end of this. And yeah, before we quick play though, hit the like button. Why not? Be cool. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, you should do that. Without further ado, though, let's jump into this Suicide Squad Insider #1. And of course, I am going to talk over it because, of course, it is my reactions. Of course, so that's going to happen. I assume you've already seen this by now if you wanted to see it, or if you haven't seen it by now, you're coming here to watch it with me. So let's get into it.
Where are we going?
It looks good, okay? Just
And who are we
come on.
killing?
Right off the bat, it's a pretty game. Come
I'm
on.
Darius Sadigian, studio
Have more
director
fun,
at Rocksteady
guys.
Studios.
Let's see. Let me turn captions on for you guys too, just in case
My name
I'm
is
too
Axel
loud
Ruby, and I'm the game director here.
for you
Eyes
guys.
up, people. Let's go.
Come on. I mean, look at
Rocksteady,
it. Just look at the
storytelling, and
game.
character depth are the core DNA of our game. These are not features, but Rocksteady fundamentals. With Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, we wanted to tell
God,
a new
it's a
story. We
good-looking
wanted
game.
to expand the Arkhamverse. Coming from Batman, where
The
it was just from his
callbacks to
perspective,
Arkham
just from
Asylum
his
as well.
lens.
Come on.
Now getting to see the world through the villain's eyes was really the hook for us.
Yeah, and it's a good hook
Suicide
for me
Squad
too.
Kill
I'll
the
say
Justice
it.
League is a third-person action shooter that can be played solo or with your friends.
It's a
Yeah.
story-driven game
Yeah.
that highlights Rocksteady's
Story-driven.
experience in
Come on,
bringing
guys.
characters to life. As a Suicide
I'm just
Squad,
gonna-
you'll be
okay, I'll
forced
watch
to
it, I'll
take
just
on
watch
an
it.
absolute impossible mission. You
I have
must
to
kill the
assume you
Justice
guys
League.
are also in for this game. Or maybe this will be
We
what
want the
convinces
mechanics
you.
of the
you know?
game to really reflect the personalities of the squad.
I'm always first on the trigger.
We want their moves to
It
be
looks
flamboyant,
good, okay?
exaggerated.
Having played okay, if you are new to the channel, you may not
Our
know,
four
I
members of
love
Task Force
Marvel's
X find themselves
Avengers.
inside Metropolis.
I'm gonna say it. This looks
At
like
twice the size of
polish,
Gotham City in Arkham Knight.
scale. Come on,
It's big,
open
it's
world
loud,
now
it's a
too.
battlefield. It's a place built
Everything
for
about this
physicality,
looks better than
mobility,
Avengers, which I know for a lot of people isn't a high
rehearsals,
bar, but I love
gunplay,
Avengers.
and
Okay.
melee weapons, creating a supervillain empowerment that we think is a totally original gameplay experience. There was just an opportunity there to expand into co-op and have this dynamic world where friends can come together to share an experience. Or players can go solo, switching character members between missions while savoring each and every story twist.
Do you feel it? The swell of pride for what we have accomplished together.
Come
We want to
on.
welcome you all
It
to the
looks
first
fun.
episode of our new series,
Have
Suicide
fun,
Squad
guys.
Insider, where we will provide a deeper look into Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Over the next few months, we'll be unpacking the game, answering your questions, and sharing a few surprises as we
I'm
move
so
closer
excited
to
for
our
this
launch.
game.
on
I don't care what
February.
anyone
We'll
says.
also cover how
This
Rocksteady will
this
continue
alone
to
has
support the game
increased
and
my
its
hype
players post-launch
tenfold.
with a huge amount of free
Maybe not
content.
tenfold.
On
like
this
sixfold.
episode, you're going to hear from different
Maybe
members
not
of the
tenfold
Rocksteady team
either.
as we explore
But a
more of the
lot,
main
it's
story of
okay.
the world of Metropolis
Okay,
and
that's
the
a
core
lot.
gameplay experience.
The Suicide Squad. A fitting moniker.
Let's jump into it.
Ooh, was that Brainiac who just said that? Ooh. Come on. You know? How do you come
Normally,
on?
when you make
What do you guys
a
want from this
in
game
a
if not
superhero
this?
universe, the protagonist is the best person for the job. The squad are definitely not the best people for this job. They're the only people available.
Hey,
I love that. They're just the best people available.
So it gives the narrative and the gameplay a kind of frantic, slightly
looks so
panicked
good.
feeling where they are trying to figure this out as they go. The Arkham games
love the costumes
weren't
as well.
gritty because Rocksteady makes gritty, dark games. They were that way because that's what suits a Batman story.
Every game we approach that with a similar mindset of just like, how do we enhance that experience? How do we excite players in new ways?
I mean, it just looks like fun. Also, if you played Agents of Mayhem, I enjoyed a lot as well. And this looks like it takes a lot of cues from that. Also, a lot of cues from Sunset Overdrive, which is a lot what I saw the scuttlebutt being on the internet. A lot of Sunset Overdrive talk. That was a really funny mocap.
We're not just trying to do what we did before. We're making something which fits the source material that we think will make for an interesting story. It will feel different.
Minimize my logo.
To introduce you to our story, let's jump into an early part of the game.
Ooh, we get to see an early part of the game.
Amanda Waller, the director of the government agency Argus, sends the team behind enemy lines into
But yeah, I am into this
Harley
gameplay
Quinn, should you not be more
personally.
cautious?
And I love Harley
Right
Quinn
away.
and Captain Boomerang.
Oh, Deadshot.
Hidden
I'm gonna
in an
level
underground
those
train
guys up for
station,
sure.
The team finds a secret elevator.
Yeah, I don't know about King Shark and Deadshot just
Until we
yet.
figure out where the hell
We'll
we
see how
are.
it goes.
Let's play along with.
We'll see how deep into this game I get, because when I played Avengers, I got everyone to level 50.
Hate superheroes.
I think. It sounds right.
And museums.
What is this?
I've seen it on TV.
It is the Hall of Justice. Yep.
Let's rob the place.
Cool. There are your targets, essentially, huh?
Through these doors lies
Whoa,
the
were we playing as
intersection
Harley
of
Quinn and now we're
Justice League.
Captain Boomerang?
Sounds very grand.
I guess
doesn't it?
they
And
can
it
edit
is.
that, make it look
She's a
like
dame
that,
who can
you know.
almost make me listen to a boring PSA.
Don't
It's just
touch
editing,
anything
I'm
that's gonna
sure.
set off an alarm.
It's not
I ain't fighting any supers for you.
swapping,
I have
hot
read much
swaps,
about
you
the
know?
Justice League, and still they are larger than I expected.
Those holograms aren't actual.
Oh, those are
size,
holograms. I
Sharkman.
thought those were statues.
It's so true to the characters that they're in Hall of Justice, and the first thing they think is, what can we steal?
So true to the characters.
Hey man, watch the
Shit.
glass.
I'm okay.
What the hell you got there?
Thought this baby was a myth. Speed Force Gauntlet. Back when Doc Savannah tried to lift Flash's gimmick.
And it's so cool how this world is already like built in, so lived in, that they can just pull things like that. Of course, from Arkham Knight, can't forget. R.I.P. Never forget. Oh snap! Is Harley Quinn gonna get? I guess so. She gets a little bat drone. It's not Batwing. Probably said it on the thing, but is that Riddler's bowler hat?
You found the Riddler's hat of invisibility.
Where'd the shark go?
Children.
Okay, he's not so dumb that he's just like, come on. Come on.
Shit. I'd break my damn neck.
You're probably right. Jetpacks seem more like a Deathstroke thing anyway.
God, I wish Deathstroke was in this game, honestly. Deathstroke is so cool. Deadshot's just a worse Deathstroke, can we all agree?
Mine.
You know? He just does guns. Deathstroke does guns and swords. You know, come on. Maybe somewhere down the line. This is a live service game after all. And considering how deep the DC villains roster is,
That's not gonna get you
could be
vertical,
good,
Johnny.
but also Avengers could have
I
been
can
good,
make
and
my own way up.
we all know how that went, huh? Super jump. Tutorials. I will say this is really odd pacing for a show off, look at this, what we can do in this game, and as an opening tutorial section.
Loaded guns.
Like this
Let's
is
get up on that
oddly
roof
slow,
and get our
especially considering how fast the gameplay seems to be itself.
So here we're taking these iconic characters who don't typically traverse the way they do in our game. But that's the beauty of our storytelling. We've managed to take these unique abilities.
It feels
and make them
more
an
akin
extension of
to,
their personalities.
that makes sense, like the Arkham games where
Power is
it is slower and there's more narrative, story-focused parts. It seems like the
We love
gameplay is going to
working
be
with
slower,
Gotham and making that a world for players
which
to
maybe is
experience.
all people are
And we
going to
wanted
want
do
from
that
it.
with a new location.
So maybe the people who want just more from the Arkhamverse will be satisfied with just this and not necessarily, you know, sticking around for the live service of it all. Maybe people will be able to enjoy it as just a single player campaign. We'll see how
We felt that Metropolis was
we'll
the
see if
natural
people
next
can
step to
be
extend
so
that.
forgiving though.
And what better way to introduce it than through an invasion from Brainiac with no Justice League to save them?
How cool. How cool.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
God, and
The
it's
entire game
so
is
excited.
about
I'm just
fighting
I'm
behind enemy
saying
lines.
Oi,
I'm very excited about all the
what the hell have you
cosmetics
sent us into?
because
It's a bloody
there are so
war
many
zone
costumes
out
for all of
here.
these characters.
There's a giant skull in the
I'm gonna spend at least $10 on them. I spent a number that I don't want to divulge
You're essentially
amount
invading
in
its
Marvel's
backyard.
Avengers, a game that has now been shut down. So, like, the servers are still up, but you know what I mean. Don't want to talk about how much money I spent on that game. Don't want to. It was a lot. Probably like $200.
And there's no civilians
Anyways.
left. Brainiacs killed them or made them into soldiers to do his bidding. And through
Yikes.
this corruption, the
Jeez,
people
all of Metropolis is
become
just
extensions
dead?
of Brainiac.
That seems... I know, like, Rocksteady has always had to come up with reasons for no civilians in their open world, but this is the most drastic of them all.
What the player knows from our title,
It's
and what
happening
the
right
Suicide
now.
Squad
Green
is about to
Lantern's
find
happening.
out, is that here the Justice League are the bad guys. They've been corrupted by Brainiac, and over the course of the game, your mission will be to kill them.
Is this a random encounter or scripted, do you think? Because if it's random, that is really cool.
Face always looks so... What?
Harley doesn't have any innate superpowers, so to go up against these beings that have incredible strength, it's a challenge.
I'm in the middle of a recon for Brainiac. Let's walk and talk.
You're talking about, you know, the all-star team.
So cool to see Green Lantern doing stuff in 2023. I know there's like cartoons and animated stuff, I'm sure, where Green Lantern's popping off, but not. I feel like you don't see it often enough. Hey, DCU, James Gunn.
There's no going back.
Come see you soon.
When you
Lanterns.
face off against the most iconic characters in all of superherodom and the Justice League, it's by many people's definition an impossible task.
You're searching for stragglers.
Mission Impossible, some are saying.
Augmenting Brainiac's army. The Shard gets it.
The stakes that Rocksteady sets, the challenges
Wow.
they heap upon you as a player,
Time to rally up with Brainiac. Ready to make the leap?
you know immediately, like, this is the tallest task I will ever take on in a video game.
It's pretty exciting. Okay, I don't care what anyone says.
Brainiac wondered how you got off the ship.
Speedster secret. The League doesn't leave anyone behind. Let's make you right, buddy.
Oh, Flash is good right now.
That's just what I was
It's not gonna last because he's
You're
been
gonna
like
be
the
fighting
focus
the
on all the
Justice
other
League.
trailers. There you
There's
go.
nothing more high stakes than the boss battle.
God, how exciting are these
These
boss
are
fights
gods
gonna
like
be?
Green
I can't
Lantern,
wait. I
Batman,
can't wait.
Superman.
This is my most anticipated game of 2024. I'm gonna say it.
So, what's the plan?
That
What else
point
is
the game
coming out
really
next year?
opens up.
Exactly.
We start to see
Maybe
players
Wolverine.
look at their weaponry.
Maybe
and
Wolverine,
really ask
okay.
the question of, like, how am I going to kill the Justice League?
Am I really gonna
Looking
kill the
forward to
Justice
killing
League
the
though? you
Justice
know?
League and
Like,
all, but,
they're
well,
cool
you
guys.
know,
I like the
these
Justice
guns
League. I
are
don't want
big
to kill
shit.
them.
No offense.
Do you think?
Then head northwest. That's the last known of a Gotham arms dealer who's dug into Metropolis.
You hit the penguin. Do you think we're actually going to kill the Justice League in this game? Or do you think they're going to be like, we turned them back to the good side sort of thing? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Because personally, I would like to not kill them. I want to be buddies with them and maybe have them be playable characters. I don't know. I feel like that might be a stone too far. Because I don't know how... Well, obviously, Batman makes sense. Although, Batman doesn't make sense because this is a very... very different sort of gameplay style than the Arkham trilogy that Rocksteady has done before. So I don't know how they translate that into this new gameplay. But like Superman doesn't use guns, Wonder Woman doesn't use guns. Everyone uses guns here. So that's the interesting thing. But let's continue on here.
You want to last more than 10 seconds against the League? Cobblepot's been running anti-meta weapons for years.
Has he
I
now?
want him recruited and brought back to the Hall of
Do you think
Justice.
Penguin's playable in this game?
Oh, I'm gonna recruit the shit out
Or is he
of
going to
him.
be like
Since
your arms
Batman Arkham
vendor?
Knight, the Penguin is no longer confined to Gotham City.
Oh,
He's made a
no.
name for himself
Clever.
in Metropolis as the authority of
convenience,
anti-meta
rather.
human weapons. Now, Waller wants the
God, look
squad
at
to
this video
return
game.
to
Look at how good it looks. Look at how big it is. It's just going to be a good time, okay? It's going to be top 10 game of the year next year. Okay? Don't doubt Rocksteady,
The heart of
folks.
each character's playstyle is
Or maybe...
Traversal gives
Maybe I'll
the
eat my
player
words
total
in
freedom.
February. You'll see.
Every character has their own way of getting around that
It
determines
looks...
how the player
It just
moves through
looks
this
like
world.
it's fun to play. Like in... Okay, not to the same extent. What I'm about to say, not to the same extent.
Controlling a superhero
I'll say
character is fundamentally a power fantasy
it's-
for all players. We wanted movement
It looks
through
like
the city to be
Sunset
fun,
Overdrive.
just
I was about to say,
existing and moving
think
around
of how
in
fun it is to
Metropolis is a good
traverse
time.
in Spider-Man 2. But obviously it's not anywhere close to that. It is a lot closer to a Sunset Overdrive in terms of traversal.
We spent a lot of
Not
time
enough grinding,
trying to
of
get
course,
that art
to
direction
be
correct, trying to
that,
get the feel
but
for it correct. You
still
get
very
to
good.
see
Looks
the
very good to me.
DC lore
That
goes
looks
with this
that
space.
very close to Spider-Man. Maybe Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2, maybe. I don't know.
Building is a daily planet. You know, there's a lot we can inject into the city that makes it more than just a city.
Penguin is not truly a penguin.
Like, it looks like I'm going to like this game, but I don't think it's going to be widely
It
beloved.
is known for its size, its scale, anything from the DC lore.
Maybe
You
an
look
8
at
out of 10 is what
Metropolis
this.
as the
I
city of
expect like a
tomorrow.
lot of 8s
When
in
did
this game.
Penguin get out anyway?
Because, like I mentioned earlier,
It was barely
it reminds me a lot of
Creep block, you know?
like Agents of Mayhem and Sunset Overdrive.
It's just a great way for
but
players to
like
experience
a
Metropolis
mix
in
of
a new
those.
way.
Where Sunset Overdrive was really good and Agents of Mayhem was okay. I feel like combining those things together makes this game fine. You know? Good. I'm gonna like it. Because I played the crap out of Agents of Mayhem and Sunset Overdrive. So
Ain't this a right rogues gallery? Who's
no
the
north.
big leader?
No north,
Think
there
his
he is.
cousin used to work for me.
Ooh, which one?
Busted him out of a circus. We're getting the hell out of the city before Argus finds us. You in?
But we are working for Argus.
You bloody what?
Real slick, Shark.
He's still a little dumb. He's still a little dumb.
Catching up. Give my regards to the locals.
Traversal is at the very core of our game. You will need to be on the move and master each
God,
character's movements.
I'm
if you
so
want to
excited to
succeed.
play just Harley Quinn, honestly.
Harley's
Like, of
grapple
course I'm
is
gonna
made
play
to
Captain
take
Boomerang and I'll
advantage of the
dabble
environment
with
to
everyone
quickly get
else,
out of
but
troublesome situations.
come
Or
on.
You can use it to quickly close the distance to introduce them to.
Look
a
at this. You know what I mean? It just
Swinging
looks
from the background
fun.
lets her circumvent the trooper's
If it were
shield,
faster, it'd be more fun, though. I will say that.
flank them.
I don't know whether or not it's early level or for
You can
gameplay
also
demo
let her
tutorial
catapult herself into the
or
air to shoot the
purposes
corrupt
that
from
it
above.
looks slower.
Now
But
that
if it
you've
were
seen
a
some
little
of
bit
Harley's
faster
combat in
paced,
this
it'd
scene,
be a lot more
let's
fun, I
explore
think.
the rest of the squad's unique playstyles in other encounters.
Yes, let's do that,
Captain
shall we?
Boomerang uses a mix between sniper rifles, SMGs, and shotguns.
What's cracking?
Each character has an iconic melee attack that can be used to create what we call juggle kills and also break enemies' shields. Juggling an enemy with a melee attack means they take guaranteed critical hits from all guns for a short period after.
It looks fun.
Shoot enemies in the
You
legs,
know, that's all
then
I
close
gotta
the
say
distance
for
to
it.
do a shield harvesting strike to get some shield back.
Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.
Let's shift focus to King Shark.
Cause to celebrate!
King Shark is literally death from above, which he gladly shows with his Atlantean drop attack. He's the character that can take the most punishment. Heavy weapons,
Not really my
assault rifles,
playstyle.
shotguns, and his trusted cleavers, sickles, and combat
Don't see
knives
him
for
being
smaller
a
guns.
favorite of mine, me personally.
For the bigger enemies, each character gets a super powerful single target attack. The Suicide Strike. This one-shots any enemy hit, but it takes longer to recharge, so it's important to use it tactically. Finally, Deadshot.
See, you're low caliber, and I'm high caliber.
His traversal is made to let him create his own vantage point.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Great with his weapon loadout, sniper rifles, assault rifles, and pistols. For more up-close action, Deadshot.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the Harley Quinn and Captain Boomerang. It just so happens that both of them are better for like mid to close range, which is definitely how I expect myself to play this.
Counter shot. Each enemy has a different reaction to the counter shot. Some will be stunned, some will take damage, some will be interrupted, and then get.
If this game came out 10 years ago, people would be all
let's
about
take
it.
a look at Harley absolutely
Before Sunset Overdrive came out, is essentially what I'm saying. Oh. Like, if this came out right after Saints Row the Third, but right before Sunset Overdrive, Game of the Year contender, honestly. For a lot of people, I feel like. But it is 2023.
My man, do we have a job for you?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Tell him, Quinn.
You're making guns for us now, Bird Brain.
Thanks for joining us for episode
that's it.
of
That's
Suicide
it.
Squad Insider.
What? I already started, so I followed through.
In the months leading up to our launch from February 2nd,
February 2nd.
2024,
I know they
we're
mentioned
looking
it
forward
earlier,
to
but
sharing
there you
more
go.
details and insights about Suicide Squad.
I'm
Kill the
excited
Justice
about
League.
this series that they're doing here, okay?
In our next episode, we'll be deep diving into more gameplay, combat mechanics, and how to take the fight to the enemy in your own unique style.
I like that. I like that, because I was thinking that it wasn't...
Let's call it a sneak preview.
We really want players to feel like they
I was thinking about this
all
whole
these
combat
characters
thing. It
we
wasn't
bring
that
to
much.
life
I was
in
like,
this DC
they are
universe.
just all shooting, so maybe the next episode will
You're
be
starting with
more.
characters who aren't very powerful, and through the story, you're learning.
I don't know
how to
that
use their
character. I'm
skills
not that well
and
versed.
become powerful.
We really wanted to deep dive into the RPG
Yes,
system.
I want to
You have your
do that.
Controversial, you have gunplay, you have weapons.
Seems like that's what
there
next
are
episode will be like.
upgrades and unique talent.
Building out your unique Harley Quinn, your
And all
unique
of that
Captain
stuff fusing
Boomerang.
together to create this kind of unique experience.
Together, we are unstoppable. Join me.
Are you kidding?
Too soon.
I'm excited about it, okay? And and you know, okay, I was about to say, you know I'm gonna pre-order. Let me hit the
Where are we
mute
going?
since we are just gonna do the discussion part of this reactions R&D, if you will. But like I've been saying, I'm very excited about this, okay? As a fan of Marvel's Avengers, a fan of not Overwatch, as a fan of Sunset Overdrive, Agents of Mayhem, the Arkhamverse, DC in general, this seems to be a game that I am going to enjoy a lot. Of course, that is not for everyone. People aren't necessarily into the whole superhero live service RPG sort of thing. They'd rather more like Arkham games or more like Marvel Spider-Man 2. And me personally, I'm like, we have those, okay? We have those. Why not let this be its own thing? And people don't like it. People don't like the thing that it is the only thing. It's just, it looks so good, okay? I know I've said that 1,000 times. It looks stunning. And it's nice to see all of these characters in that good quality. It's great. And me personally, it's just really a matter of taste. Not like better taste or worse taste. Just a very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very subjective thing where I think of games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. In that game, I got so in the weeds about the stats and how to get my critical hit damage chance up, or critical hit attacks chance up, critical hit damage up, so that I could do instant kills. Things like that. I feel like this game might have inklings of that, those sort of stats things, stat counters and all that. And I very much enjoy that in these type of games because, you know, I don't do the whole multiplayer shooter thing because I just don't care about that. You know, I don't care about that. And people feel like people get that sense. I feel like people who play those games get a certain sense of joy that I get from these, which, I don't know if that makes any sense. I feel like I find a lot of enjoyment out of this type of video game, whether or not it succeeds as a live service title or not. Like I mentioned a million times in this channel throughout various videos, I was a big fan of Marvel's Avengers. And that game had like next to no new content after launch, but I still very much enjoyed what was there and the few things that they did add. So I definitely think that this game is going to launch in a better state than Marvel's Avengers. I feel like there's going to be more content than Marvel's Avengers launched with in terms of just story. Based on everything we've seen so far from it, I know it's not much to go off of. It seems like it's going to be like maybe a 20-hour campaign, which can't the same can't be said of Marvel's Avengers because that was a mission-based sort of campaign where this is an open world campaign. You know what I mean? So there is of course going to be side activities. You'd imagine at least there are going to be side activities for you to tackle in the open world, things to make that open world interesting to go out and explore. Things like that that'll keep you in the game longer than the mission to mission structure of Marvel's Avengers, which made for a about like 7-hour campaign. Not that, of course, game length is all that matters, but when it's a live service game, what you launch with is kind of a big factor. So, I feel like this game is going to surprise a lot of people, and I hope it does because I'm going to be the biggest championer. What do you call it? I'm going to champion this game hard, is what I'm going to say. Okay. So, if you want to know everything about this game like I do, hey, hit the subscribe button because anytime they come out with one of these, I'm going to watch it and I'm going to react to it and discuss it with all of you fine folks out there. So if you're excited about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, let me know in the comments below. And I will see you in the next episode of Reactions and Discussion, whether it be the next episode of this or some new trailer that comes out. Obviously, the Madam Web trailer just came out. I didn't do that because I don't know why they're doing that. But yeah, I'm excited for this game, and I hope you are too. And if you're not, what will it take for you to be excited for this? Let me know all those things in the comments below. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now when it comes to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Until the next time we talk. God, bear with me, okay? We're at the end of the video. I know how people watch these. The watch time, people usually click off before the end, okay? I'm not good at ending videos. You'll understand that if you are new or if you've been here. But yeah, that's it. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to say before I press stop. There's nothing. So as always, until the next video, stay safe and play some video games.